Hello, I have 3 paddles to test from the Holbrook Pickleball company. I've got the Holbrook Aero T series paddle. I've got the Holbrook PowerPro paddle. And I've got the Holbrook Mav Pro paddle. I'll be talking about these. I'm going to kind of go over each one. I'm going to go over what I like about them, what I don't like about them, the play style for each one, and then who these paddles would fit for. I'm not going to go into a lot of specs. I'll show that on the screen, but there's a lot of other reviewers that have detailed information on the specs, and you can get that from their website as well. So I'm going to start with the Aerot T. This is a lighter paddle. It doesn't have a lot of power. It has quickness at the net. I felt like my hands were very quick with this paddle. I got a lot of balls where it was being jammed. Balls were being sent to me and it jammed me. I got a lot of balls back that where I needed to have quick hands. The pop on this paddle was not tremendous, but with the quick hands, I didn't have to have a lot of pop. Another thing I like about this paddle is the fact that when I'm playing against bangers, the harder they hit, this paddle was able to deaden the ball so that it wouldn't pop it back to them so they could have another hard shot at me. It takes a little bit of getting used to just for the touch for the third shot drop, but that's easily adjustable. Again, I could drive with this paddle, but I wasn't able to overpower anybody. Driving with this paddle is more or less to set up a drop shot. I think somebody who likes a lighter paddle, somebody who wants quick hands, somebody who is more of a control person will like this paddle. If you're a big power person and you want to have a lot of power, this isn't the paddle for you. I thought the handle was good. I could get 2 hands in there to do backhands, but with this paddle, 2-handed backhand power shots wasn't ideal for me. I'd rather just maybe try and dink the ball back in. But it's a very good paddle. It's very, the cosmetics on this are very nice, and it's kind of distinguishable between other paddles as well. For the PowerPro, this paddle is a little different in the fact that it's a little bit heavier, it seems like. Not a tremendous amount. It still doesn't generate a lot of power, but it provides more power than the Aerot T did. This is a 14 millimeter. The Aerot T was a 16 millimeter. I thought it was also quick hands. I got a lot of balls back that people would try to hit to my top shoulder, and I was able to get my paddle around and hit those back. I could drive these. I felt like I could get more drives on this to set up another dink shot than I could with the Aerot T. It's got an edge and it's not edgeless, which is a difference, but this paddle is probably for somebody that wants more of an all-around paddle. It's got good touch, but a little bit of power, and it's lightweight, it's not so heavy. And the more I played with the paddles, the more I started leaning towards this paddle. I really do like this paddle. when you hold it, it just feels good. It's a good paddle. So I would really recommend this paddle as well. Now, going into the Mav Pro paddle, this is a $99 paddle. This is not something that I can say it has one great thing about it, but I like this paddle. It's a really nice paddle. It's got a good feel. When you hold it, it just feels good in your hand. You know, you can tell that when you hold a paddle sometimes. It's got a good weight distribution. I could do pretty much everything with it. None of these paddles are power paddles, but I felt like I could drive a little bit with it. I could touch, transition in from the back to the kitchen. I also felt like when I was in no man's land and I got caught there, I had enough touch and feel to get the ball back into the kitchen. This is a great paddle for the value. I really, really recommend this paddle. The Holbrook Mav Pro is $99. The PowerPro paddle is $149, and the Aerot T that I have here is $199. You can get 15% off with my discount code of PBPaul. So we have the Mav Pro, the PowerPro, and the Aerot T. All three paddles are similar with a little bit of differences in each. I would not classify any of these as power paddles. I would classify these as control paddles with all-around feel. I would say that the edgeless paddles had a little bit more pop than some of the guarded paddles, but not enough to say that the edge paddle would be better for somebody than the edgeless, or vice versa. I would say that this paddle is very good as far as quick hands at the kitchen. That was the main draw for me, was the quick hands. Too many times I would get caught struggling at the kitchen because speed ups would catch me and then I would not be ready for those. I feel like for the value, Holbrook has a really good line of paddles for everyone. The weight distribution inside of the Aerot T helps with sweet spot. I do find I personally have been putting a little bit of lead tape on the sides to give a little bit better sweet spot, and that could be part of the edgeless paddle system. It could be the fact that I'm just used to a little bit more sweet spot, so I added it to it. It's up to feel. I definitely was able to maneuver this paddle, and I keep going back to that maneuverability because that, for me personally, is a very important aspect of a paddle, is to have the mobility to move with hands and be able to have the paddle firm enough to get a ball back, enough pop to get the ball back, but yes, light enough to be able to maneuver it so that when I'm in a situation where I'm having the ball sped up to me, I can quickly get back to it. Occasionally I would hit some power shots, but most of the time I definitely was looking for control with this paddle. When I did speed it up, usually people would be able to get the ball back in play, but not put it away. So I had an opportunity to continue the rally. Overall, these are great paddles. I definitely suggest any one of the Holbrook line of paddles, and you can use the code PBPaul for 15% off.